Okay, let's listen to Misinformed here for a minute.
I've had people go real life on me, and I didn't seem to be too important either.
Yeah, they were trying to scare.
You mean the people that you begged to come to your house? Those people? Because I've never gone real life on you. So what people are you talking about? The people that you screamed and gave your phone number out and your address out and asked them, told them exactly where you work, where you live, everything else, told them to come to your house, which people are you talking about?
I absolutely gave no one my address or my phone number and told them to come to my house. When someone doxed me, though, I said, come over here and get what you were looking for after that person doxed me. The phone number that I give out, which is 937-687-8768, is a Google phone number. I never begged anybody to come to my house. I had people say that they were going to blow up my house. I had people say that they were going to show up when I stepped outside. I've had people offer money, that TNT offered money for other people to come to my house. Then TNT found my house that I didn't give out the address to and filmed it. I didn't give out the address to my house. So I'm not here a lot. I got a wife and kids that are here. So I don't give out my address. People doxed my address. There's Wendy misinformed again. That she's misinformed. I don't do that. But if somebody says they know where I'm at and they put up my address, like what happened is what happened. They know where I'm at. They put up my address. And then somebody put up my job, which I didn't give out. And I tell them, well, come on by here and get what you're looking for. I got cameras all around my house. Got a ring on the front door. Got cameras all in my community. People know better than to come over here. But if they do, if somebody does come over here, they will get what they're looking for. That's what I've said. Don't beg people to come to my house.
Because it wasn't me.
Scare you off. And I know the comment that she was trying to get her wiggle her way out of about it takes a real man to chase off BryanSt.John, and she tried to wiggle herself out of that one.
I don't remember saying that comment.
That's because she wasn't talking about you and you didn't make that comment. She's talking about Science Girl. She wasn't talking about you.
But I stand by it if I do. I don't remember saying something like that, but
it's because you didn't say something like that.
I don't usually say things like real men, or I don't know. Maybe I do. I don't remember saying that, but whatever.
I wanted to get her to explain.
Yeah, no, she.
He wanted to get me to explain. Maybe they're talking about somebody else right there. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're actually talking about Science Girl. But the fact of the matter is, when I've never asked anybody to come to my house. But once somebody had doxed me and put up pictures of my house and stuff like that, I told them, like, come on over and get what you asked for. What are you supposed to do? My house is protected. If anybody catches me, it's not going to be at my house. You can believe that. There's cameras that I have access to that are all around this community. And then someone from the community was kind enough, without me asking, to buy us a ring. I got one on the front, and I got one on the back now. So my house is protected. People don't go through all that. I know what's going on at my house when I'm not here. But if people want to just show up here, like TNT did, your mod, TNT that comes in your chat that you love so much, when she drove by here and took pictures of my house, took pictures of the bus stop that my wife uses, offered $1,500. $1,500. And I have the clip, TNT, don't lie. I have the screenshot where you posted $1,500 to knock on Brian's door right now. Then she offered to pay someone to come, another $40 to come knock on my door. But that's the person that you have over there. So TNT lost that $40. At any rate, I'm no chump. If somebody shows up around here looking for trouble, they will find it. That's a fact. As much shit as I talk here on YouTube, I can back it up with my hands. Not dealing with a keyboard warrior here. Somebody comes to my house. I don't mind. Sometimes it's kind of fun to just fight with somebody on YouTube. But when they say, we'll put up your address and say they're going to come over, well, then do so. How about that?
sure, but yeah, so maybe it was a little edited. I don't know. Either way, so it occurred to me. So anyway, so hello, Starlight.
Now I want to show you something in the chat here. You're damn right. I asked for Rex's info and said I would pay for it, and I will. If anybody sends me Rex's real info, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Because Rex's real name has some very interesting facts behind it. I will pay for it. There's nothing wrong with that. If I had his real name been verified and all these other places where you find people's information, they thrive off of that, right? Now, I want to go down here to this. She's talking about how I'm so lame. Okay, mailing you that BS to Serendipity. I never mailed a thing to Serendipity's house. Never. But what I was going to do was, since Serendipity and I were having a fight on the internet, I thought that maybe she was reasonable enough to mediate the situation with something that our community that we live in here in our town is called Dayton Mediation Center. That's where if you're having an issue with the community, it's set up that you can come in and talk to trained professionals. You sit on one side, they sit on the other, and the person that's neutral to the situation mediates it so that you can come with a positive resolution before it blows out of proportion. I thought it was a really good idea. I've used it before in the past, and it has worked. So it's not court mandated. Both people have to agree to it. Both adults have to agree to sit down and resolve a situation to kill a potential argument or situation. I asked Serendipity if she was willing to do that. Okay. Over our thing, because I thought that she was a reasonable adult, civil adult that would work it out. And what it requires is that you go down there and you speak to them, and you know, I know who she is and she knows who I am, because you know she did look into the camera one time and she said, "Bryan, if you think I won't go real life on you, I will." Okay, so I thought that maybe, since I liked Sarah, I thought that maybe we could resolve the situation through Dayton mediation, and it requires that you give the information to the person you'd like to speak with, have the situation mediated with, and they will send them out a letter asking them, do they want to participate. When I asked Sarah this, she said, "Absolutely not, Bryan. I can't believe that you would go real life on me and blah, 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 blah." She tells everybody I sent a letter to her house. I did not, because once she said she didn't agree to that, I canceled it. And then she went on and on and on. So Serendipity quit with the "he sent a letter to my house" stuff, or show the letter. You can't, because it didn't happen. Once I saw that you were too immature to resolve anything on an adult level, I said, okay, she's an idiot. And then you went back to using. Anybody else want to play with me?
Posted that yesterday or last night, and then it occurred to me, like, okay, so not only am I taking on, I hear you have done all that. I watched Pastor.
And this idiot right here, who mods for Wendy, made a comment one time about my son and his crime, and that my parenting caused my 23-year-old son to kill that child. This idiot right here dug up a child to exact revenge.
Yeah, Pastor, you're lying. That's not true. That's not true. I've not done any of that, actually, but thanks. Yeah. So it just occurred to me, like, how many of these people am I supposed to take on at once? Because right now I've got, Molly, who went, 8 hours, 7 hours, something like that yesterday with her 30-something thousand channel, or however big her channel is. Laura with all her channels and all her crazy people, Bryan, all his crazy people.
It seems like everybody's crazy except for you and your people. No, there was a time when you said on Wendy's live, I like Bryan. But when I started calling out this St. Jude's things, all of a sudden you don't like Bryan, which is fine. You don't have to like me. I have nothing to do with what Molly feels about you or what Laura feels about you. I have to do with what I feel about you. And what I feel about you is a hypocrisy. I feel like you do not practice what it is that you're preaching. I have challenged you to, because you did talk about people's faith. You said none of you are going to inherit the kingdom of God. You're all evil. That's what you said. You have made many comments about religious status of other people, which is the way that people identify. People identify with salvation and resurrection and the Lord. People identify that way and they profess it. Just like the transgender community identify the way they do. You cannot bash someone's religion. You just simply can't do that. You especially cannot bash someone's religion without giving them the opportunity to speak one-on-one with you about it. And since you did that publicly and are in your chat denying it, people are calling you out. You're in your chat denying. I'll show it in a minute. I have challenged you to a one-on-one biblical truth panel where I will come up on your panel and we can discuss my faith, your faith, and anyone else's faith. And we can get biblical if you want to. So you don't take on anyone. You sit over there and you talk crap about people and you don't give them the opportunity to defend themselves. That's what you do. Now let's take a look at your chat real quick. Your comment section. Nancy D. Shannon, who I've never seen before, I don't know. She says, every time you put up a video, screaming insults makes you as bad as the person you're screaming about, and then you become no better than them. You have used religion as a weapon, and that's disgusting. You said, actually, no, I haven't. Yes, you have. You actually called K. Small Satan and then threw biblical verses at her. And then you gave a sermon where you were acting like Satan. Others have. BSJ, K. Small, Stellar, Tiffany, Rep Ash, and others have used their religion to attack others. I have not used my religion to attack anyone. My religion doesn't, because I realize that I am no different than anyone else who hasn't accepted the Lord. I definitely fall short, and I know that. I am not holier than thou as you are. You gave a complete sermon without even realizing it, that you gave this sermon. And now you're denying it. Actually, no, I haven't. People can look at my community post and see the video. Wendy delivers a sermon that this young lady is speaking about. Well, since you deleted your religious video that you just did, it will be hard to show the evidence that you seek. No, it won't, Blanche, because it's on my community post. A clip of it was played on MGL's live. Perfect. Please let me know what a specific thing was said so I can address it. Blanche, oh, I'm sure that if it's something as vile and nasty as you said, surely someone would be able to at least recount it, right? Wendy lies. Wendy lies. I'll remind you right now. On my community post, since this Wendy delivers a sermon, a short clip of it.
Your Bible, liars, slanderers, idle gossipers, none of you will inherit the kingdom of heaven. You Bible-thumping, hypocritical bitch.
Wendy is not an honest person. And as long as she does not allow me to panel up with her or defend myself in her chats, I will be there to call out her hypocrisy. And I've done a pretty decent job of it. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to do. All you can do is listen to one of her streams. At this point, she's taking streams down because she suggested to everyone to use the tools that YouTube gives us to get channels taken down or get the strikes on them when they act inappropriately. That's what Wendy has done. She's taken those streams down. If she continues to speak about me without giving me a chance to panel up and speak with her, I will use that tool. I'll take Wendy's suggestion. Y'all have a nice day now. You hear?